May I now, with the permission of everyone present here, respectfully invite Honorable Vice President of India, Shri Jagdeep Dhankar, to inaugurate the Silver Jubilee celebrations of the Kerala Legislative Assembly building by lighting the ceremonial lamp. May I also invite all dignitaries present on the stage to join Honorable Vice President in lighting the lamp.
കേരള നിയമസഭയുടെ രജത ജൂബിലി ആഘോഷങ്ങൾ ഭദ്രദീപം തെളിയിച്ച് ഉദ്ഘാടനം ചെയ്യുന്നതിനായി ആദരണീയനായ ഉപരാഷ്ട്രപതി ശ്രീ ജഗ്ദീപ് ധൻകറിനെ സാദരം ക്ഷണിക്കുന്നു. ഒപ്പം വേദിയിലുള്ള മറ്റു വിശിഷ്ട വ്യക്തികളെയും ക്ഷണിക്കുന്നു.
നിയമസഭാ മന്ദിരത്തിൻ്റെ രജത ജൂബിലി ആഘോഷമാണ്. ഉപരാഷ്ട്രപതി ജഗ്ദീപ് ധൻകർ ചടങ്ങ് ഔദ്യോഗികമായി ഉദ്ഘാടനം ചെയ്യുന്നു. ഇപ്പോൾ ഓരോരുത്തരായി തിരിതെളിയിച്ചുകൊണ്ടിരിക്കുകയാണ്. അല്പസമയം മുൻപാണ് നിയമസഭാ മന്ദിരത്തിൽ പരിപാടികൾക്ക് തുടക്കമായത്. രജത ജൂബിലി ആഘോഷത്തിൻ്റെ ഔദ്യോഗിക ചടങ്ങുകളാണ് ഇപ്പോൾ തിരുവനന്തപുരത്ത് നിയമസഭാ മന്ദിരത്തിൽ പുരോഗമിച്ചുകൊണ്ടിരിക്കുന്നത്. ഇപ്പോൾ സ്പീക്കർ എൻ ഷംസീറാണ് ഉദ്ഘാടന ചടങ്ങിൻ്റെ ഭാഗമായി തിരിതെളിക്കുന്നത്. ഉപരാഷ്ട്രപതി ജഗദീപ് ധൻകറാണ് പരിപാടി ഔദ്യോഗികമായി ഉദ്ഘാടനം ചെയ്തത്. ചടങ്ങുകൾ ഇപ്പോൾ പുരോഗമിക്കുന്നു.
May I now respectfully invite Honorable Vice President Shri Jagdeep Dhankar to deliver the inaugural address.
ഉദ്ഘാടന പ്രസംഗത്തിനായി ആദരണീയനായ ഉപരാഷ്ട്രപതി ശ്രീ ജഗ്ദീപ് ധൻകറിനെ സാദരം ക്ഷണിക്കുന്നു.
Namaskaram, Shubh Dinam, warm greetings to all of you. Honorable Governor of Kerala, Sri Ari Mohammad Khan ji, a man of great learning, and I came to be associated with him when we both were elected to Parliament in 1989. We were members of the Council of Ministers then, a long association. Honorable Chief Minister of Kerala, Sri Pinarayi Vijayanji, a man of sublimity, a man of grace. I remember every minute I spent with him when he called on me when I assumed the office of Vice President. He brings on the table huge commitment, directional approach, and statesmanship. Honorable Speaker of Kerala Legislative Assembly, Shri A.N. Shamsir ji. Shamsir is a word that carries a meaning in itself. He is energetic. Honorable Deputy Speaker of Kerala Legislative Assembly, Shri Chittayam Gopakumar, Honorable Leader of Opposition of Kerala Legislative Assembly, Shri V.D. Sathisan, Shri K. Radha Krishnan, Honorable Minister for Welfare of Scheduled Caste, Government of Kerala, and also, most importantly, Minister of Parliamentary Affairs, a department that I held 33 years ago at the central level. I had the occasion then to indicate to a prominent magazine of the country that not even my postgraduate wife can understand what is meant by parliamentary affairs. I hope he knows. honorable ministers, honorable members, distinguished guests, everyone present in the audience, ladies and gentlemen. It is with the greatest pleasure and satisfaction that I associate with the Silver Jubilee celebration of Kerala Legislative Assembly building, യമസഭ. I am indeed very grateful to the gracious Honorable Chief Minister and Honorable Speaker of the Assembly for fructifying my participation in this heartwarming event. I am greatly touched by the sentiments expressed. Though I do not understand your local language, I am its great admirer. Something which physically falls on my ears, I can appreciate that it is in my favor. I learned these tactics during 3 years when I was Governor State of West Bengal. Heartiest felicitations to the people of Kerala, and the nation is proud of them. Their energy, their human resource richness, their commitment, their impactful presence in the state and outside, particularly in the field of education and health. I am a beneficiary of it. After 55 years, I'll be paying my respects, my Guru Dakshina, to my teacher in Sainik School. I'll be visiting her, Miss Ratnavali Nair. So I am a beneficiary now to public domain. Congratulations to people of Kerala, their elected representatives, who have worked so tirelessly to give this institution a new dimension, an institution that has flourished by emanating for common cause, those social reform, path-breaking land reforms, innovative ideas by way of legislation in new fields, including education and health. Delighted to be in the God's own country, land of pristine beauty, well-known soothing beaches, lush green tea plantations, unique art forms, varied spices, and the Honorable Governor and the Honorable Chief Minister gave me a taste of it in the last 24 hours. Varied spices, tranquil backwaters, and in Alappuzha and Kollam, mountain ranges, wildlife sanctuaries. Thekadi is home to country's largest tiger reserve, so declared in 1978. You all are aware, a great effort is being made in the nation, very successfully, by getting our tiger friends from Africa. I can tell you they are doing well. And those that are here are also doing excellently. When I make a reference to Kerala being land, God's own country, I must pay my salutations to Chatampi Swamikal. He worked for emancipation of women, a great Hindu sage and social reformer. Sri Narayan Guru, another reformer, and a strong believer in social equality, which found place in the preamble of our Indian Constitution. Kuria Elias Chiwara, a great man, a social reformer. Wakam Abdul Khader Molvi, a teacher, prolific writer, scholar, freedom fighter. Chitira Thirumal Balarama Verma, a king at that time, could contribute so magnificently with sublimity emanating best of traditions in democracy, which the world is professing at the moment. And I would make particular reference to two former presidents of this country. One, son of the soil, Shri K.R. Narayananji. I had the good fortune and occasion to interact with him when he was a member of Lok Sabha and I was a union minister. It was he who inaugurated this building. What an occasion for us. And what a proud moment for me, that one for whom I had enormous respect, I am associated in some measure with Silver Jubilee celebrations and further improvements. APJ Abdul Kalam, the missile man, may not be son of the soil, but he started his journey that shaped India's space research in a small room in this place. My salutations to all of them. I would be failing in my duty if I do not make reference to some of the other very illustrious sons of this soil that make our Bharat proud, whose contributions are impactfully changing our lives for the better. I would say Padma Swami temple was built by the king, and that king, Marthand Verma, goes down in history for giving us such a temple. EMS Nambudripad, he created global history by becoming the first elected chief minister of a communist party that sent ripples across the globe. As a senior advocate and having been in constitutional position, EMS, as popularly he was known, also faced the constitutional brunt for the first time of Article 356. And that was done at a time when a prime minister was in seat and a future prime minister was heading the organization. I learned how people are enthused with Mammootty, with Mohanlal. They are impressed greatly. I have seen myself on my visits to Middle East and elsewhere. Padam Shri M.A. Yusuf Ali is generating positive vibes. I've seen it myself. Padam Bhushan, Yesudas, the musician, who does not know him? And ladies and gentlemen, hold your breath. We have a nominated member from your state in Rajya Sabha, P.T. Usha. And she is on the panel of vice chairman. Queen of Indian track and field. I would make it a point next time to visit her village so that I know what is there in Paili so special that she has made the entire nation proud. Ladies and gentlemen, if we go a little further, when I became a minister, Chaudhry Devilal was Deputy Prime Minister, a man who believed in farm development. I was Parliamentary Affairs Minister at the junior level of governance of more than a dozen parties. Had the good fortune to be associated with all of you. Suddenly, I was directed that we'll be meeting a great man who will tell us what agriculture is, what growth it can generate, along with 3 other distinguished members of parliament drawn from rural background like me. We had Dr. Varghese Kurian, the milkman. He is making us proud. We had Mr. Sridharan, the metro man. And who can forget the great contributions, which is giving us a big mileage now? India's research in space has gone to the next generation. Only a few months back, Indian Space Organization had the good fortune to put in the orbit satellites of leading countries. I'm making reference, ladies and gentlemen, to Sri G. Madhavan Nair, a great man. It took United States a long time, more than 150 years, it will be more, to have the first lady judge of the Supreme Court of United States. But we had one in a much shorter period in the name of M. Fatima Bibi. She was from this state. The first woman to be judge of the Supreme Court, and thereafter the situation has been positively on the rise. Who can forget the only Olympian from the state, Manuel Frederick, Arjuna awardee, Arjun Bobby George, Nightingale of South India, Padam Shri, K.S. Chitra, Padam Bhushan now. All these have contributed and are representative. The list is long. I will not be making reference to politicians because their list is all the more. Any omission by me, I may suffer. So I leave it at that. I will not be venturing. We have an energetic local member of parliament, Lok Sabha. We have in Rajya Sabha, Alamaram Kareem, always alert, alert like a tiger. We have mild-mannered Muralidharan. When once I called him Muralidhar, somebody took objection that his name is Muralidharan. I said, you are making a mistake. I am not taking his name, I am calling him Muralidhar. Muralidhar is name of a god. So I will not make a mistake in that. We have enormously talented people. I leave it at that. Ladies and gentlemen, I landed yesterday and straightway went to Padma Swami temple. He spent more than an hour, prayed for the state and the nation, for larger humanity. Every second I spent there is indelibly imprinted in my mind and heart. What a great thing. You get a different feeling. And Providence, as it say, it is located, situated in Kerala. I was blessed. The tranquil ambience and captivating architecture of the majestic temple reflects rich heritage of Kerala. On this occasion, I again reiterate, may the Lord's blessings continue to touch the countless souls seeking guidance and solace. യമസഭ Assembly Building Foundation was laid in 1979. It took a long time. But take note of it. Somebody could feel the need in 1979 that we need more infrastructure. We need to evolve with changing times. And then we had the good occasion on 22nd May 1998 when the then President of India, K.R. Narayanji, inaugurated it. I would invite, ladies and gentlemen, your attention to what the then President said. Son of the soil here, enormously talented. He belonged to the prestigious Indian Foreign Service. I quote, this is what he said. In the great tree of Indian democracy, Kerala has been a flowering branch bearing some of the rarest fruits. I pause here for a minute. I made reference to those fruits. Innovative legislation, serving larger public cause. So he said so. He goes on to say, I say this not out of bias for my own home state. And then look at the honesty of the man, what he says further. A bias that I readily acknowledge. I say so because democracy was inherent in the thought and culture of Kerala, despite many anti-democratic features that are crept into that deformed its society. The idea of freedom and unity, he goes on to add, which is the soul of democracy, undoubtedly it is, was instinct in philosophy of sanskara as it was in Upanishads Iron Court. On this occasion, I urge you all to go through every word that has been spoken by K.R. Naranji. He was born in the state. He considered his bias, but what he reflected was full of objectivity, far-sightedness. Democracy cannot blossom. Democracy cannot prosper unless there is inclusive growth, something which has been emphasized by these speakers. Over these 25 years, these hallowed precincts, this building has witnessed evolution of Keralite society, serving as crucible where numerous debates generated executive accountability, a nerve center of many a path-breaking legislation. Reference has been made to this by the Honorable Speaker, and elaborately I could make out, though I was not fluent in language, by the discourse of the Honorable Chief Minister. And crystallized icing on the cake, cherry on the cake, by the Honorable Governor. Emphasized it. Buildings such as this are beyond work of brick and mortar. They are symbol of hope, reflecting aspirations of the people and imparting reassurance to the public at large. It is a crucible of blossoming of democratic values. Ladies and gentlemen, Kerala is known for its forward-thinking perspective and unwavering commitment to social justice. This reputation is manifested, as was indicated by earlier speakers, in series of enactments and progressive legislations. The Legislative Assembly of Kerala has to its credit many progressive legislations worth noticing by other legislatures. The Kerala Legislative Assembly building represents the will of the people, a spirit of democracy, a sense of the Constitution, is working to realize the preamble of Indian Constitution for the people at large. I firmly believe that in the years to come, this building will continue to be happening theater, representing and fructifying ever-growing aspirations of people of Kerala, while further fortifying the democratic ideals enshrined in the Constitution of India. We are living in times that are changing every moment, and that every moment is a challenge to legislature. Legislatures to come at a level. Let me divert slightly. Artificial intelligence, we all were captivated by it. We were enthused by it. And suddenly there is a moment, go slow.